Good morning, or good afternoon, or good evening, or whenever you're watching this. So this is Ivy House. This was a Saturday open, which was a little bit of an eye opener, to be honest. So you can see I'm sat in a t-shirt in November. Even got the great Andy Lloyd trying to put me right, and I just could not catch carp. So because there's only 9 fish in, they're just paying first overall, and then the top weight of silvers. So you got edge of bets. I could see Gary Etheridge was catching on one, and obviously you can't see on the sort of like opposite bank because the island and the vegetation's in the way. So a very slow start. Sort of edge my bets, just basically trying to fish pellets, a few flying skimmers, and then realised probably just after 2.5 hours, that I wasn't going to catch any carp, to be honest. Maybe I should have persevered with it. I did have looks down the edge and stuff late, which worried me a little bit because I might have jeopardised, the silver weight, but as it turned out, the lake fish very hard for silvers, so I had £15, which won the silvers, but I only had £23 in total, so I was way off the pace, 4th on the lake. So as normally never asked, subscribe to my channel, you won't miss any content, it's all free. So this is round 1 of the Winter League, so I've drawn peg 10, which is pretty much dead opposite peg 8. Started long, as you can see, against the island, lovely depth against that island, and I had an alright start, to be fair. I had 4 carp in the first half hour, nothing big, probably 4 carp for maybe about £6 maybe, so an alright start, way better than what it was yesterday, but unfortunately just drifted away. I guess with me fishing the point of the island and then Andy chucking like a lead, that's quite close proximity to for both of us sort of sharing fish. I do the same, you know what I mean? So I done it on 8, I pinged bait against the island. So I felt that they might drift away, so I did fish down the bank. If you watch the video, you'll see it. So I shipped more to the right, caught a couple, and then they just disappeared. And I think I should have just been more patient. I should have just left it, rested it, and then just catch skimmers on the short line. There's a lot of skimmers in this area, which really surprised me. Weren't the biggest, sort of like a lot of sort of like 2-4 ounce sort of fish. I only had a couple that was probably sort of 8-10 ounce.
Caught yet, Dwayne? Caught yet? Got a carp? Don't worry, your secret's safe with me, about a 6-7 pound carp.
So I could just about see Carl Mumford on peg 5, and I could see he's catching a few. Andy caught a few better stamp carp, and I just felt, gosh, my match is slipping away here. Sort of started off well, but obviously it's just like faded massively. And the trouble is, like, catching these like skimmers short and that, they're very small. And I just felt like just been like what I call like a busy fool. But don't get me wrong, I love catching silvers. And I think it'll always be in my blood, like catching silvers, because obviously brought up on canals and stuff, well, and the pits, which was catching silvers, roach, perch, and bream on the odd tench. But you've got to be realistic. Your target fish is going to be carp, and I thought you're going to need 50, 60 pound to do any good. Turned out £50 won the lake off peg 1. Some fair play. Andy was second with £42. Dixie was third with 35, and then I was next with 31. I thought I had a lowish £20. I didn't realise I had quite so many skimmers, to be honest, considering I didn't really fish for them for any sort of period of time. Just come short, open to catch potentially, some decent fish with skimmers. But yeah, just skimmers only, really. Just a bit frustrating. I don't know what I'd done differently. I felt I'd like sort of pinged some bait, sort of like an hour and 40 minutes to go, and I just felt potentially I just messed it up. I don't know, but then you chat to Gary and then a few other lads, and they've caught pinging, so I don't know. I don't want to say back to the drawing board, but I don't know, winter fishing. I mean, Gary's done really well for 21 on Willow. I wouldn't have fancied that. Had £60 of F1s, and Dwayne next to him on 22, who's a great angler. He's had like £27. So not a great start. Fourth in my section. There's only 7 in a section, so below halfway. Not a great start. 5 more rounds left.